Well, I got a question.
Okay, what's your question, King?
When we die, don't we come back for another life?
Let's get it. Drop everything. In the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 7. In the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 19. We're going to walk you through it step by step. What happens when we die? When we die, do we come back down? Let's get it. Let's get some understanding about this thing. What you got?
Genesis, chapter 2, verse 7. The Lord God formed man out of the dust of the ground.
So God formed us from the dust of the ground, right?
And breath into his nostrils.
And breath into our nostrils. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 7. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 7. Read what you got.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground.
So we shall eat, we shall drink until we return unto the ground.
For out of it wast thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
It was made from what? The dust of the ground, and to dust we shall return. All right? In the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Give me, 13:40, I believe. Read what you got.
So book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Go ahead and read that one more time. That's heavy.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
So our bodies are died, but our spirit goes back up to God who gave it. Right? God entered the breath into our nostrils. That's the spirit. He entered the spirit into our nostrils. And so when our body dies, it goes into the ground, the dust. But our spirit goes back to God who gave it. What's the next step? Read what you got.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come.
After what?
For after death shall the judgment come.
So our spirit goes back up to God who gave it. And after death, when we die, shall the judgment come. Go ahead and read.
When we shall live again.
When we shall what?
When we shall live again.
I've never been here before.
When we shall live again.
Our people don't understand that. So I'm saying, so you're right, you're correct. We go up, we die, our spirit go back up, and we send it back down. But the only thing this time is the last day, so our spirit's going to go into the grave when we sleep. It's called sleep. Remember, when the Lord comes back, the dead in Christ shall rise first because they're asleep, or the sleep in Christ shall rise first because that rotation will stop. At a certain point in time, that's the norm. When we die, our spirit goes back up, we get judged, and he sends us back down to work out our judgment. But now, this is the last time we can repent, so repent and make it count for your last life. You see what I'm saying? So now, because when we get judged, it's going to be in front of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It'll be in front of.
That's what I was going to ask. When do we go to the 12 gates?
Give me the book of Matthew, real quick, chapter 13, verse 49.
So when we dust, we go to heaven, we go to 12 gates, or we wait for judgment?
The 12 gates ain't until the end. To when Christ comes. When the dead are, back again, when the dead shall rise first. Okay? That's going into that. When it stops, when the rotation stops. Okay? Go ahead and read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 49.
Get out.
So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just.
We're going to separate the wicked from the righteous.
And shall cast them into a furnace of fire.
And the angels are going to be casting people into the furnace of fire. That's not the judgment yet. We go up, we get our judgment, and get sent back down. Now we want to touch back.
The furnace of fire, is that when, like the first time was the flood, the second time he comes back,
That's right. That's right.
Well, nuclear holocaust, really. I mean,
Yeah.
That's the fire.
That's the fire.
Okay.
That's the fire. What's going to burn forever?
Radiation.
Give me Revelation 18:1. Dang, well, I'm losing my thought. Oh, 3 Numbers, chapter 14, verse 18. All right? So we go up, we get judged, we get sent back down. So we want to touch on when do we get sent back down. Matter of fact, I want that, but give me 2nd Ezra, chapter 14:40. 13:40. 4:40. 2nd Ezra 4:40. Go to read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 18. The Lord is long-suffering and great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty.
By no means clearing the guilty.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers unto the children, unto the 3rd and 4th generation.
Unto the 3rd and 4th generation. So when we come up, we go up there, we get stuck up there in the chamber, which we're going to read about. When we come back out of the chamber in the third and fourth generation. So we come back down every third or fourth generation. You see what I'm saying? Up until now, like I said, now we in the last days, so we go to sleep this time. Go to read what you got.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 4, verse 40. So he answered me and said, go thy way to a woman with child.
Now we're going into the chambers. Matter of fact, give me 35 first. 4:35. Then we're going into the chamber. When we go up to the Lord, he judges us. But we sit in the chamber. I skipped that because we went to the angels being thrown in the lake of fire, so it kind of threw me off. But this is the next step. Go ahead.
2nd Esdras, chapter 4, verse 35. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers?
So hold on. So when we go up, when our body die, our spirit go up. When we go up, we get into this chamber. We go into a chamber. And the chamber ain't no good, ain't no evil, ain't none of that there. All right? We up in the chamber. Let's find out what we're going to be doing in this chamber.
2nd Esdras, chapter 4, verse 35.
Bring it up.
Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions?
Now when the souls of the righteous ask questions, when we go up to the chambers, we ask questions. We get judged, but we ask our questions as well. So that means we communicate with the Lord. Remember, we're spiritual. These bodies cannot go up to the heavens. They have to die. When the Lord come back, some going to transform, not taste the death, and the ones going to have the spirit. They're going to die, and then their spirit goes up. No flesh can get the key in heaven. You got me? Go ahead.
Of these things in their chambers.
You know what?
In their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion?
So they up in the chambers. Read that one more time, bro.
2nd Esdras, chapter 4, verse 35. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask question of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion?
And like, how long shall we stay up here? That's why we read the numbers. We come back every third and fourth generation, right? He said, how long do we got to stay up in these chambers? All right? Now jump to verse 40. Down 440. Let's find out what is these chambers is like that we got to hold ourselves in. Go ahead and read.
Verse 40. So he answered me and said, go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her when she had fulfilled her 9 months.
So he's comparing this chamber to a woman's womb. She wait till 9 months, right? Go ahead.
If her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. Verse 41. Then said I, no, Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, in the grave, the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman.
The chambers of souls are like the wound of a woman. A wound of a woman is nourishing, right? You eat good, you drink good, you get your vitamins that you need, right? It ain't no fighting in the chain, in a woman's womb. They kick a little bit, they want out, but it ain't no fighting. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no good or evil in the womb. He's describing the chambers as a woman womb. Go ahead and read.
Verse 42. For like as a woman that traveleth maketh haste.
As a woman travaileth.
Haste to escape necessity.
Hate, she make haste to let the child come forth. Because you go through that pain. When the woman, I'm quite sure you got children. A lot of I don't know if you had an epidural, but the women these days, they get them epidurals. They feel that little bit of pain. They say, oh no, stick me. The ones that say, they go up in there like, I ain't getting no epidural. I'm going to tough it out. And then when they feel that pain, they call on that epidural. You see what I'm saying? You see that?
I had natural problems.
You see that? But that's the question that he asked him. Like, you know what I'm saying? A woman gives birth in 9 months. So we can't get out of the birth until that 9 months is fulfilled. So when we come back down, that 3 to 4th generations must be sealed. We can't come down in the 2nd generation or the 1st generation. We got to wait to that 3rd or 4th generation before we get sent back down. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand on this. I jumped out of order.
I got you.
Okay. All right. All praises.
So give me, what are the signs that these are the last days?
Give me the book. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. Matthew 24, verse, give me the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 5. That's what's going to get you. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world.
There's going to be tribulation that was never seen like it was in the beginning of the world. So when the world was formed, the destruction at the end, this world has never seen it. We was just going over that earlier. The world never seen AI. You see what I'm saying? This world never seen bioweapons, chemical weapons. You see what I'm saying? This world has never seen nuclear warheads. You see what I'm saying? This world never seen that technology before. That's how we know we have to end. Go ahead and read.
To this time, no nor ever shall be. Verse 22.
Now we coming into this time now. This is 23, year 23, all hell breaking loose. You think 2020 was something, right? When people was praying, you think 2020 was something? This 23 is going to be the worst that we've seen in our generation. It's going to surpass 2020, that virus. You with me? It's going to surpass. That's why it's so important to get this truth now, to save your soul now, because only the angels can protect you. Only the Most High can protect you, him and his angels. Go ahead and read.
Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
For the elect's sake, these days shall be shortened. That's why the days fly by just like that, right? The days fly because we got the end. Read what you got.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
God said he's going to bring plagues upon this world. COVID was the first one. COVID was the first one. You with me? That was the first plague. Go ahead and read.
The sword.
The sword. A lot of killing. A lot of death.
Famine.
Famine. Famine is that food. That's what's coming. That's what's coming in 2023. It's going to hit hard too. They're going to cut the food stamps off. It's going to be ugly. Go ahead and read.
Death.
What's coming in 2023?
Death.
What else, Doc?
And destruction.
And destruction. Go ahead.
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
All these, the Lord is sending these plagues because wickedness has polluted this whole earth. Go ahead.
Right. And their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Their hurtful works are fulfilled. What is this hurtful works unto the children of Israel that do not repent? A day in the sin. It's hurtful works, right? When you sin, that's hurting you. It's hurting yourself. It's hurting your temple. Which temple is going to be destroyed? You see what I'm saying? If they're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, go ahead and read.
Verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more.
He ain't holding back nothing no more now. He gonna let that wrath flood this place, man. Give me that. You want something? Okay, come on. Go ahead and read.
All right. As touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me.
And the righteous blood crieth unto the Lord. We crying unto the Lord now for our people. Go ahead and read.
And the souls of the just complain continually.
The souls of the just complain continuously. He ain't say the of the wicked, the souls of the just ones. He's not dealing with the wicked. Even his own wicked children of Israel, he's not dealing with. You must be an obedient child. Only how we can be obedient is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
If we're not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, when the Lord comes back, the lake of fire will be waiting on us. Go ahead and read.
And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them.
He's going to do what?
I will surely avenge them.
What's coming to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
I will surely avenge them.
He's going to avenge us, man. That's the good news right there. We've been in captivity. We've been struggling all of our lives. Hell, we've been struggling from generation to generation, man. Go ahead and read.
And receive unto me all the innocent blood among them. Behold,
He said that he received all the innocent blood amongst us. All of our slaughter, the rape, the rob, the castrated, all of our blood, they killed us for wine. Go ahead.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
We are led, he said, my people are led to the flock as the slaughter. Like we've been guided to the slaughterhouse. Why? Because they teach us not to keep the laws, right? The laws is what saves us. If you're not keeping the laws and commandments, the fire's waiting on us. So that's why he said, my people shall be carried to the slaughter. Read that part again.
Behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter.
Who's leading God's chosen people to the slaughter? Who's doing that today?
Everybody was not Israelites, the heathen.
Okay, he said the heathen. What would you say, sis? Okay. The heathen is our people too. Our people is leading our people to the slaughter. Pastors are leading our people to the slaughter. Why? Because they say, come as you are.
Right.
Right? You're saved already. That's the biggest lie they push. We're saved already. How? When the Lord has not returned.
And it makes the Sabbath on a Sunday, which is Saturday.
It makes the Sabbath on the Sunday, which is the first day of the week. The Sabbath is the seventh day, the last day of the week. Saturday. Today is the Lord's Saturday. Sabbath day. That's why we out here. Sundown to sunup. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the true Sabbath day. Did you know that, sis? All praise, hey, sis on it.
All praises.
All praises. All praises. Hey, brother on it too.
That's
King
right.
know a lot, man. All right.
Finish it out.
Any other questions, brother?
Hey, with me right now.
Okay, when they come, just go ahead and interrupt me. Can you go ahead and read?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
The land of Egypt, which is bondage. Egypt means bondage. Egypt means bondage, the house of bondage. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book.
It came to me now.
Okay.
Is it a commandment or a law not to follow their traditions, or is it just something said?
Proverbs 3:31. You got Jeremiah 15? We can read that first. All right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord.
Who said this?
Thus saith the Lord.
Learn not the ways of the heathen.
What did God say?
Learn not the ways of the heathen. And be not dismayed at the sides of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Now it's going to go into their traditions. Learn not the ways of the heathen. He's talking about the tradition.
Christmas trees in there.
That's what this is.
Okay.
Go ahead. And who all our people who celebrate Christmas, that's against our God. When you celebrate Christmas, you bring that idol, that tree in your house, and you you worshiping that tree. And you giving that tree sacrifices, which is gifts. And that spirit comes on them gifts and them kids to open up. And all of a sudden your kids is bad as hell.
Isn't that
Ungrateful.
tree, like a link to a certain demon?
It's Bel. Bellum? Is it Bellum? Yeah, it is. It is. It's the adversary. There's plenty of names. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
What he said about the traditions of man?
For the customs of the people are vain.
What he talking about, New Year's?
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with an axe. They deck it with silver and with gold.
They do what?
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
See that? They take that tree out of the forest, set it up in their house, they deck it with Christmas lights, that silver raveling, and them gold balls, those silver and gold balls that they put on there. That's ornaments. Thank you, sister. They put them ornaments on there. All right? So Christmas always been in the Bible, but God said, read that part from the top one more time.
From the top. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word of the Lord. Salakia. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Oh, who?
O house of Israel.
He's talking to us. Hear the word that the Lord speaking to us. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen.
He told us, learn not the ways of the heathen. Go ahead and read what you got.
This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Read out.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
What the Bible say?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
God say, envy thou not the oppressor. We all know who oppressed us. God say, envy them not. So we follow their religions, their customs, their doctrines, their philosophies. We're envying them. Why? Because we take a part in it. See what I'm saying? Go ahead and read.
And choose none of his ways.
Envy not the oppressor and choose none of their ways.
That's right.
God said choose none of their ways. God got his own high holy days in the Bible.
Right.
Right? The Passover. You see what I'm saying? The Passover is very big. You see what I'm saying? We don't celebrate that. How about we read that in the book of Matthew chapter 26, verse 17? Read what you got.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you.
Beware lest any man spoil you
Through philosophy
through philosophy
and vain deceit.
and vain deceit, vain lies. See that? Because guess what? The church, they celebrate Christmas. They celebrate Easter. They do all. They go contrary to God. See, if we study to show ourselves approved, we'll see that they straight all the time go against God. Ain't no Holy Spirit up in the church. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The Holy Spirit is out here with us. When 2 or 3 are gathered, he said, there I'm in the midst of. And besides, he tell us to come out here. We didn't just set this up and say, we're going to come out here all over the world. No, the Lord entered the Spirit into us.
That's
We
right.
read the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. Isaiah 30, verse 20. Okay? We're going to show you something. All right, you in the book of Luke chapter 14, verse 23. Luke 14, 23. What you got?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord gave thee the bread of adversity
Although the Lord gave us the bread of adversity
and the water of affliction,
and the water of affliction, go ahead.
yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
And God said his true teachers, his true prophets and servants ain't going to be pushed in the corner anymore.
Right?
But thine eyes,
But thy what?
but thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
But your eyes shall see your teachers.
That's
You see what I'm
right.
saying? When you walk past or drive past, you walk or drive or jog or run past a church, could you see who's in the pulpit teaching? No. If you drive past the church and look, you can't see who's teaching. But God said your eyes shall see your teachers.
That's right.
See what you got.
The book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 26.
Yeah.
And the Lord said unto the servant,
The Lord said to his real servants and prophets,
go out into the highways and hedges,
go out to the highways and hedges, go ahead, the highways and streets,
and compel them to come in,
and compel them to come in. Come in where? Come back home. Come back to your biblical nationality. Come back to who you are. Go ahead and read.
that my house may be filled.
Now what?
That my house may be filled.
That's what we out here doing. We out here letting you know, as we showed you, you from the tribe of Judah, your true heritage. Telling you to come back home. How do you come back home? By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how we fill up his house. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and read that one more time from the top, Hebrew.
From Matthew chapter 14, verse 23.
Bring it out.
For the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
Let me put that Isaiah 58 verse 1. Isaiah 58 and 1. See that? Go out to the highways and hedges. So these church pastors are supposed to be out here. They're not supposed to run into a church. Why? Because God's true servants and prophets is bold, right? We literally got to tell our young ones to lift their pants up, stop smoking. We correct our people as we out here as they walk by. You see that?
I don't understand that style.
You see that? But see, the pastors they can't do that. They're not built like that. Why? Because they don't got the Spirit of God with them. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and read what you got.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1.
Bring it
Cry
out.
out loud.
What we supposed to do on the highways and hedges?
Cry out loud.
We gotta cry loud.
Spare not.
Don't spare feelings.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
We got a microphone. See, Christ spoke loud, right? He was preaching to a huge multitude. We doing the same thing. Go ahead.
And show my people their transgression.
And that's what we do. We show our people where they going now, fat, and to correct them. You see what I'm saying? Pit them back on our righteous narrow path. Those who got ears to hear. Those who stop like y'all. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got ears to hear for the Lord. I can see too many people walk to and fro. They don't stop for the ear because they're not a true child of God. They don't have that ear for the Lord's words. The Bible is the Lord's words. Go ahead and read.
And the house of Jacob their sin.
Go ahead and read that one more time from the top straight through for me, y'all.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
That's what we got to do. Correct our people. Reprove our people. It ain't always good neither. You know what I'm saying? That's why we hate it out here, because we be getting on our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the book of Titus chapter 1 verse 13. All right? It ain't no love. We got to correct. True love is showing our people the truth, whether they hate it or not, whether
That's
we get on them
right.
hard or not. Because we get on them hard sometimes.
They were stiff-necked.
Because they stiff-necked. That's right. Give me in the book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. Read what you got.
The book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 13.
Yeah.
This witness is true.
This witness is true.
Wherefore, rebuke them sharply.
What we come out here to do?
Rebuke them sharply.
We rebuke our people sharply. That means correct our people sharply. Sometimes we get our tough rebuke if we have to. Or our people try to get loud with us and buck up against us like they want to fight with us. Hey, we'll fight back. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Because guess what?
Right.
When Christ was out here doing it, when all the disciples was out here doing it, they weren't speaking soft. They was rebuking our people.
right.
Straight up. They didn't play. So what makes our people think we play today?
They say he had a voice of 100 waterfalls or something.
That's our strongest voice. It's like a waterfall. You know what I'm saying? That's how loud he speaks. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and read.
Select
From the top.
the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 13.
Bring it out.
This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith.
That they may be what?
That they may be sound in the faith.
That's why we rebuke our people sharply, so they could be found in the faith. Go ahead.
Not giving heed to Jewish fable.
Not giving heed to Jewish lies.
Right.
Jewish. We are the
Right.
real Jews. The so-called white man, the synagogue of Satan, they say they're Jewish. For something like a Jew, but not the real Jews. We're the real Jews. They're
That's
Jewish.
right.
So he said, not giving heed, rebuke my people sharply so they would not give heed to Jewish lies. As these churches are set up all around the world, different denominations set up all around the world, filled with Jewish lies, because they're the ones that came out with religion. They came out with religion.
Did y'all see the new the preview on TV about this new Jesus
Have a blessed day, fellas.
series of movie coming out with the white dude?
I didn't see it. They're trying to push it, but it's too late now.
Yeah, I know, because
It's too late.
we're
But
out
yeah,
here.
You see that? And like I said before, they're going to push that blue beam on our people. A lot of our people going to fall for it. They're going to have that image of a so-called fake alien invasion, and it ain't going to be nothing but a projector.
Caesar Baudet?
Caesar Borgia, yep.
Bashir?
When the white man come back in the clouds talking about, I'm here, don't fall for that. We know what the Bible say, right? Give me that in the book of, let me see what I want. Go ahead and read that out first.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 9.
Bring it out.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Rebellious children. This is our people is. Children that will not hear the laws. See that? They will not hear the laws. That's why they go to church, because the church sees the laws done away with. They don't read that one more time from the top. Huh?
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9.
Bring it out.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Verse 10, which say to the seers,
They say to the seers, people who see them.
see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things,
They say prophesy not to us right things. Don't prophesy the truth, what they say.
speak unto us smooth things,
They say speak to us smooth things. That's what the pastors do. We don't do that. Go ahead and read.
prophesy deceit,
What they say?
prophesy deceit,
What they say?
prophesy deceit.
They say prophesy unto us deceit. We don't want to hear truth. We want to hear smooth things. Prophesy unto us deceit. We're not coming with deceit. We're going to give you thus says the Lord. Hey, brother, I want to get a flower. Take this flower. Take this flower, King. I got something for you.
He ain't leaving. He coming right
Oh,
back.
okay. He's coming back. Here, get
He's checking his car.
Get this to the sister, King. It's a YouTube channel on there, sister. WFI Pittsburgh. You go watch this again. Out here, Lord willing, I put this video up. But it's more edifying. Okay, we can learn more about our history and how to keep the laws that pertains to us and coming back to our heritage. Okay, give me that in the book of Psalms, chapter. Go ahead, we can stay on this topic. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 4.
You know,
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus,
He that cometh preacheth another Jesus, right? That's this man. I'm quite sure you already know that, so sis. Go ahead.
whom we have not preached,
Who the disciples have not preached. They ain't preached this guy. Go ahead.
or if you receive another spirit,
Or because he comes with another spirit. He filled up the church houses and he said, come as you are. Do thy own will. You ain't got to worry about the law, statutes, or the commandments. Do your own will. Go ahead.
which ye have not received, or another gospel,
He come with a whole nother gospel than the true gospel, right? He said, just keep the commandments. You ain't, the laws and the statutes done away with. That's what he said. Go ahead.
which ye have not accepted,
Go ahead.
ye might well bear with him.
The Lord said, if you want to believe that this dude is Christ, then go ahead then. That's on you. Because he told us, study to show thyself approved. And if we would have studied, we would have known that this is not Christ.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What you got?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4.
Revelation 13.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
God say, take heed that no man deceive you.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. Right? He came in the name saying, I am Christ. Go ahead and read.
And shall deceive many.
And shall do what?
And shall deceive many.
That many is a lot of people. When you look around, just America, not even all over the world, but just America, when you look around in America, these church houses, if a Crypto Dollar or TD Jakes come to Heinz Field, that all the roads will be filled up. You see that? That's many. You see that? So that many is a large number, right? Man. You hold something? Oh, man. Real quick, we're going to come back to that. Give me the book of, matter of fact, stay right there. Go ahead and read. From the top,
Matthew chapter 24, verse 4.
Bring it
And
up.
Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
and shall deceive many. 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 Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 8.
Yeah.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
All that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. The beast. Right? That's 13 and 8. Go ahead and read.
Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the earth. Con- Verse 9.
Go ahead.
If any man hath an ear, let him hear.
Let me read that one more time from the top, Hebrew.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Because guess what? A lot of times when our people was in the church, they worshiping this dude. He comes with that cross, right? So they can say, no, we don't have this guy in the church.
Right.
What about that cross that sits on the church? That's why he said, beware lest any man spoil you or any man deceive us. He said, don't let no man deceive us, man. He said, let no man, because man is the ones who's deceiving us. They've been deceiving us. We don't even know our heritage, that we are the children of Israel because they have deceived us for so long. You see that?
Right.
Here in the book of Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. Okay? What you got?
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord.
It shall come to pass. Now he's talking about the children of Israel at this point. Okay? It shall come to pass. Future prophecy.
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2/3 of just the children of Israel going to be cut off and die. 2/3. He's only saving 1/3, sis. Right? And 1/3 and 144,000 is a decent amount compared to the flood. The flood, he only saved 8 people. You see what I'm saying?
God.
Only 8 people.
God.
You know what I'm saying? So that shows you how terrible our God is. You know what I'm saying?